everyone, this is Ravina Bishnoi and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Study with Ravina. Today I am here to continue with the series of lecture series which I began yesterday. So without any further delay, let's get started. Today I'll be sharing my views on Indo-China relations. So once again, let's dive right in. There is no permanent enemy or friend in geopolitics, there is only permanent interest. With this thought, I would like to commence my lecture topic on Indo-China relations. India-China shares a very complex and dynamic relations and which is remarked by the cooperation and conflict together. On the one hand, we are highly dependent on China for economic need. On the other side, we face a strategic rivalry with China over the border disputes. To understand these relations, we have to go back by 2000 years ago when it all started. The Indo-China relations started with the cultural exchange with a share of Buddhism and trade via Silk routes. And in the modern context, in 1947, India was the first country to recognize the Republic of China. So if in today's scenario, the relationship we see with China as strained relationship it was not from the starting. In the starting there was a very good relation with India and China. We have heard the slogan of Hindi Chini Bhai Bhai in 1950, which showed the spirit of brotherhood and cooperation between the two nations. So but this goodwill didn't last long, and there was a sharp turning point in the relationship between two nations in 1962 with the Indo-China War. The main reason behind the war was the Aksai Chin region that was captured by China in 1962, and it strained the relationship between two nations. The reason was that the demarcation of the boundary. The border between two countries was decided in the colonial rule by Britishers by the McMahon and Radcliffe line. India adhered to these lines, but China is not ready to accept these lines. He wants to renegotiate the border, but India is not ready. So this is the main reason between the border dispute between the two regions, and that resulted in 1962 war. But this was not the last war between India and China. Even after this war, there were many skirmishes, like 1967 Nathula clash, then another in 1987 Samdurong Chu standoff, and a very recent deadly Galwan Valley clash, which further damaged the relationship between two countries. Apart from the Aksai Chin region, there is another dispute over Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh is claimed by China to a part of its territory under the five-finger policy of Tibet, but it is administered by India and it is part of our territory. So these are the major border disputes between India and China which have strained their relationship and damaged the relationship between two countries. But this is only the one side of the relationship. We cannot ignore the other aspect of the relationship, that is economic one. Besides these border tensions, disputes, the China is the second largest trading partner of India, and a significant portion of Indian imports come from the China. So we cannot deny this fact. We import the crucial components of China apart from the regular goods. So it is a very concerning factor that with a country we are sharing some border disputes, we are highly dependent on China for the crucial component for economy, like pharmaceuticals we import from China, which is very important for Ayurveda, and some chemical batteries, some electric batteries, which is important for country's economic growth, and some machinery products also. And this economic dependencies increased day by day because the imports have increased by 60% and the export have declined by 14%. So this shows a concerning trade deficit. We need to look upon this trade imbalance, because with the country which we have so much tensions, we cannot rely for our economic growth on that so much. Even in the good situations, one nation should not rely on other nation for so much, because it's not ideal for any country to rely on. So we have to look upon this, because in time of conflict, that it will be India who will be on disadvantage due to this economic dependency. So government should promote domestic production. We should diversify our imports. We should look at other alternative also. From other countries we can import the goods. Or why should we have to import from other countries? We can just promote our domestic production, and make under the Make in India program we can improve our industry capabilities, so that we don't have to rely for other countries. For economic stability or national security, we have to decrease this dependency on other nation. Thank you.